I didn't have the ambition to start a studio or a brand. It actually really all just happened organically. So after making pairs for a few friends and family, people kept asking me, like, where could they buy them? Where could they get them? And that's when, wifey looked at me and said, it's time. It's time for you to build your own vision. Put all of that effort into your own. And she was right. She just saw how my soul would just light up every time I came up with, a new idea, a new design, a new colorway, a new style. And so I started Sicario Studios because I saw just how the market, especially the luxury market, they really don't see people of color, people who are really on the rise, people who likely started from humble beginnings and persevering an entire lifetime and striving, continually looking towards better tomorrows, and who really appreciate quality and craftsmanship. These are individuals who are just built different. I'm a big believer that for people of color, our inheritance was grit. It wasn't wealth. And so it was important to me to create a place that celebrated that sense of perseverance, that striving for greatness, that sense of achievement. That beautiful struggle, that's where I find inspiration. And that's what I try to infuse in all of the products that we release here at the studio. My focus is on creating modern footwear, bags, and accessories that are rooted in culture. We produce in small batches here because we want to deliver a product that's intentional, that's of the highest quality. I'm a big believer that, we should be bringing more meaningful, functional, beautiful things into this world, not just more stuff. As a Puerto Rican kid growing up in Brooklyn, I was originally born left-handed, but over time I was raised to be right-handed, just like many other Latinos back then. I mean, you gotta love Christianity for this one, right? Most kids were forced to be right-handed, as it was more revered to be the hand of God, the good. Now, for a long time, I couldn't understand why my mom did it. But eventually, over time, I came to realize that in my case, at least, it was a blessing. It forced me to see things through two lenses. It forced me to understand that there are two perspectives to every story, that there's two layers or textures and colors, that there's not just one way to look at something. And so that way of looking at the world, it really shaped the foundation for me as a designer. Now, it wasn't until I designed the Boss Tote that you see here in a Timber wheat color that I realized that this way of looking at the world through dual textures and tones really started to manifest itself in all of the products that I was making. If you could see here that it's got a top nubuck sanded suede texture on the outside, just like a Timberland does, but with a smooth calf bottom, or how there's dual coloration playing throughout the bag with a chocolate interior. I call it duo. It's a design philosophy that I've encoded here at the studio, and it's infused and embedded in every product that we make. I realize how it applies to our lives, right? How we carry two things at once, right? We carry culture and we carry a career. How we move between these worlds every day. How we go from the block to boardrooms like I had to do. And how we had to constantly balance between our roots and our ambition. And Duo encapsulates that. And we designed for that movement between these worlds so that people don't have to choose which version of themselves shows up. That when you rock our footwear or our bags or our accessories, that you feel seen when you walk into those rooms. The Rena is an example of that intention. It's the first woman's silhouette that we developed that we're putting out into the world, and it required months of development to be able to get it right. Now, why we created it is quite simple. Where most sneakerinas are based on novelty and they focus on delivering the lightest weight shoe for style purposes, they really lack structure. Now, the Rena flips the sneakerina concept all on its head. It offers a lightweight, all-leather shoe, but built with the structure to support a woman navigating and moving through the city quickly, with confidence and with taste. I like to look at it as it's a sneakerina built for those who step to a different beat. So before launching the Rena, and the studio for that matter, I knew that in order to offer exceptional products, we were going to need exceptional ingredients. And so I spent close to 2 years to just build our global supply chain. So whether that's thread and textiles from Japan or premium leather tanneries in Italy, France, and even here in the States, we're able to work directly with the same suppliers that work with a lot of luxury houses. It's the one thing that can kill a studio. If you can't source from the best, you will not be able to offer the best products. And that was really important to me, that the studio was able to offer exceptional products made with exceptional ingredients. The Sicario brand may not be for everyone, but it is for the ones who came up different, for those who carry culture with them into every room that they go into, and who want what they wear to be worthy of that legacy. Like you, I know what that feels like, what it took to achieve in spite of a world of challenges. From late nights wondering whether I was going to make rent, to being the first of my family's legacy to have a graduate degree. I share that ambition. And that's why I'm building this for us, for the ones who dared to be first, who had to persevere and endure being overlooked while exceeding all expectations. And if that's you, then you already know.